Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya madhyamam Asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru paramparam. Narayanam padmabhavam vasishtam Shaktim cha tatputra parasharam cha Vyasam shukam gaudapadam mahantam Govinda yogindra matasya sishyam Sri Shankaracharya matasya padma padam cha hastamalakam cha sishyam Tam todagam vartikakara manyan asmadgurun santatamanatosmi Shruti smriti purananam alayam karunalayam namami bhagavat padam Shankaram loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Kalabhyam Chudalang Krita Shashikalabhyam Nijatapaha Palabhyam Bhakteshu Prakatita Palabhyam Bhavatu me Shivabhyam Astoka Tribhuvana Shivabhyam Hridi Punah Bhavabhyam Ananda Spuradhanubhavabhyam Natiriyam Angolam Nijabida Santadirayaskantho Palam Suchika Sadvi Naijabibam Latakshitiruham Sindhu Saritvallabam Prapnoti Hayata Tata Pashupatehe Padaravindatvayam Cheto Vrittirupyaityatishtati Sada Sa Bhaktirityucchate Nalam va paramopakarakam tvekam pashunam pate Pashyan kukshigadan characharaganan bahyastitan rakshitum Sarvamartya palayano shatamadijvala karam bhikaram Nikshiptam garalam galena galitam nodkirnameva tvaya Smrto Shastre Vaidye Shakuna Vigata Gana Panito Purane Mantre Vasuti Natanahasye Shvachaturah Katam Ragyam Pritir Bhavati Mayiko Ham Pashupate Pashum Mam Sarvajna Pradita Kripaya Palaya Vibho Margavartita paduka pashupati rangasya kurchayate Kando shambuni shejanam puraripoho divyabhishekayate Kinchit bhakshidamam sashesha kavalam navyopaharayate Bhakti kim nakarotyaho vanacharo bhaktavatam sayate Jaladi madana daksho naiva patala bedi Nachavana mrgayayam naiva lubdha praveenah Ashana kusuma bhusha vastra mukyam saparyam Kadaya kadamaham te kalpayani indu mole Naratvam devatvam nagavana mrgatvam mashakata Pashutvam kidatvam bhavatu vihagattvadi jananam Sata tvatpadabja smarana paramananda lahari विहारासक्तं चेत् हृदयमिह किं तेन वपुषा बटुर्वागेहि वा यतिरपि जटी वा तदितरो नरो वा यः कश्चित् भवतु भव किं तेन भवति यदीयं हृत्पद्मं यदि भवददीनं पशुपते तदीयस्त्वं शम्भो भवसि भवभारं च वहसि जननमृतियुतानां सेवया देवतानां न भवति सुकलेशः संशयो नास्ति तत्र अजनिममृतरूपं साम्बमीशं भजन्ते य इह परमसौख्यं ते हि धन्या लभन्ते कबीरे कासारे विशति विजने घोरविपिने विशाले शैले च भ्रमति कुसुमार्तं जडमतिः समर्प्येकं चेतः सरसिजसुमानाद भवते सुखेनावस्थातुं जन इह न जानाति किमहो भक्तो भक्तिगुणावृते मृदमुतात् पूर्णे प्रसन्ने मनः कुम्भे साम्ब तवाङ्घ्रिपल्लवयुगं संस्थाप्य संवित्फलं सत्वं मन्त्रमुदीरयन्निच शरीरागारशुद्धिं भगन् पुण्याहं प्रकटीकरोमि रुचिरं कल्याणमापादयन् पाणोत्पादविमोचनाय रुचिरैः ऐश्वर्याय मृत्युञ्जय स्तोत्रध्याननदिप्रदक्षिणसपर्यालोकानाकर्णने जिह्वाचित्तशिरोङ्घ्रिहस्तनयनश्रोत्रैरहं पार्थितो मामाज्ञापय तन्निरूपय मुहुः मामेव च. Take a breath. So here in the previous verse we saw that Mam Ajñapaya, please command me. And for what? So that I continue to remain remembering you, meaning may I have a human birth. Human birth is said to be most precious. And in that also, if one gets the desire to liberate, is more gracious, more blessed, and even as one has the desire to liberate and gets a guidance from a guru, highest blessing. Te dhanyaha eva, most blessed. So it is said by Shankaracharya in Dhanyashtakam very beautifully that who are the dhanyaha, who are the most blessed. So blessed are those people who are able to understand what is said in the Upanishad clearly. Te dhanya bhuvi paramartha nischiteha sheshastru brahmanilaye paribhramantaha. Te dhanya bhuvi. They are considered as the most blessed in this world. Paramartha nischiteha. Those who have determined the correct final goal of life. Paramartha nischiteha. Seshastu, rest of the people. Brahmanilaye, in this world of delusion. Paribhramantaha. You just moving here, there, moving there, there. See, we don't understand the need for liberating ourselves until we find ourselves caught in the cage called the body. So when we are physically young or when we are healthy, we don't realize, chalega, what is big deal? Everything can happen according to my will. But only when the physical body stopped listening to you, Anyway, mind is not listening, that's a different thing. Body also, we thought that it is under my command, but that also not working according to your demands. And the interesting thing is, you please note, mind never gets old. Subtle body never gets old, only the body gets old, because desires that are there in our mind will continue to be even as the physical body becomes old. But you can't fulfill the demand of the mind. Body would not cooperate. Then you realize, who is a person who is in a cage? He's not free. He wants, but he cannot do it, right? And not only we are in the cell, we are carrying the cell also. We are in the cell, carrying the cell. So we are in this physical body caged. And when the body is healthy, we don't realize that. When things that are to be done are demanded by the mind but not accomplished by the body, they realize that, oh, how long should I live like this? So true freedom should be claimed when you are young and healthy. When one becomes old, he cannot do much. When you are not mentally free, when you are not able to keep your mind away from all the demands of the desires, when you can become master of your own mind and remain free from lower urges and explore the higher peace, if one does not do that during the younger years of one's life, when one becomes old, one cannot embark on that at all. Because by that time, the mind also has become tired, not getting old, but tired. Why? You can't do anything. Mind's demands never end. So therefore he says, may I have the desire to be in meditation, in contemplation with you, and I have to train all my senses for that. That's why he said, Jihva stotram, dhyanam chittena, shiraha, mind, head is for nati. Nati means namanam. And angri, meaning both the feet for pradakshina. Hasta for saparya, worship. And shrotra dvayam for nayana for looking at the beauty of the Lord. Then akarnana through the ears. In this way, partita hamam, me be one who is meditating upon you, ajñāpaya, and tat nirupaya, make it firm. Muhurhu, again and again. Mam eva. May ma avachaha. May I not become mute. Jihve kirtaya keshavam muraribum cheto bhajashritaram panidvanda swamarchaya chutakada srotratvayatvam shrunu Krishnam lokayalochana dvayaharer gachangri yugmalayam. This is how Mukuntamala Bhagavan was worshipped by Kulashekara. So, oh my tongue, sing the glory, oh my eyes, look at the Lord's beauty, and then oh my nose, smell the flower, tulasi. All these things, this is a training that we give such that, after all, mind can be trained only when the senses are given the right direction consciously by us. Now, where is your mind right now? I hope here. Why? Because you are listening, right? I am shouting at the top of my voice so that your mind is not going anywhere else. When you listen to music, you are actually making your mind there, right? Going on. So the mind is engaged in listening to that music. So at one side we see mind can direct the senses, but the training of the mind can be done by training the senses to control the mind. You may think that it is weird, but that is what Bhagavan Krishna says. Indriyani paranyahuhu indriyebhya param manaha manasastu parabuddhihi buddher atma mahan paraha in Upanishad. Manasastu parabuddhihi, than the mind buddhi is great, than the senses mind is great. He made that clear, the hierarchy. Sense objects, sense organs, mind, intellect, beyond that is Paramatma. Gross to subtle. But immediately following that he says, Tasmatvam indriyani adoniyamya. Where should you start your sadhana? Senses. It makes sense? Because directly going to the mind is hard, so control the senses. He points out again and again this senses you have to control, senses you have to control. So when we use the word control, people don't like it. Direct. Direct towards the Lord. So engage, but in the positive way. Instead of holding it, see, it's like horses, you can hold it for a while, but they are so eager to move. So take them, make them come together and give them direction to move. It's like water that is flowing. How long you can dam it? Okay, how long you will dam it? Because the force is coming, continuously it is, water is coming. And unless you use that water for producing electricity, hydroelectric is possible, or channel it to various other places where the irrigation is necessary, you cannot hold it for too long. So too, sense organ control is okay, but then redirecting is very important. That's why children, when they have a lot of energy, you should give them positive games to play. You cannot hold them for too long. They're very destructive. When I was growing up, I have Sundays and Saturdays when you go to all the playgrounds filled with kids. During those, even now in India, it's all about cricket, right? Everywhere the people play cricket. And in the same ground, there will be some 20 cricket matches will be going on. You do not know who is bowling to whom. Only the team will know. Because one pitch is like this, another pitch is like that. So this fellow is bowling to this guy, the fellow is bowling to that guy. Because there is no other much space, so everybody has to play. Open ground. So when you see them playing so vigorously, tiring out in the hot sun, etc., it is good that they do. Keep them in home, then what will happen? They will destroy everything. Or they become, what do you call that? They will write, what is that? Graffiti. They become gangsters. Why? Because the energy is not used. So sense organs must be redirected such a way that the mind is able to keep engaged in them in a positive way. That's why he says here, oh my ears, listen to the story of the Lord. Oh my tongue, sing the glory of the Lord. Make sure that I do this. Mama jnapaya. So this way, Mam nirupaya me ma avachaha bhavami. May I not become a mute animal which cannot progress at all. May I, every birth, again and again and again, may I be born intelligently such that may I become ever worshipping you, O Lord. But what should a bhakta ask to the Lord? The next point. Kya puchna hai? Bhagavan Krishna says, Chadurvida bhajante mam jana sukriti norjuna arto jiknyasurattarthi jnani cha bharadarshava. 4 kinds of devotees come to me. And they are all good people. Sukrutaha, Sukrutinaha. Sukrutin means one who does good actions. They have punyatmas. But the four of them ask different things. Arthaha means those who have arthritis. Those who have physical pain, what do they ask to the Lord? Oh Lord, please take away my pain, or give me the strength to bear the pain. Jiknyasu, those who are seeking knowledge, worldly knowledge maybe. Artharthi, those who want wealth, prosperity. These are three categories. The fourth one is a Jnani cha. Jnani is also a bhakta, but what does he want? Want me. Wants nothing else. Tesham jnani nityayuktaha eka bhaktir vishishyate. Priyo hi jnanino atyartam aham sa cha mama priyaha. Among them, jnani is most dear to me because he wants me, not anything else. Atyartam mama priyaha. Why? Because aham tasya atyartam priyaha. He is so dear to me because I am so dear to him. Eka bhaktihi, because one-pointed devotion he has. So what does a devotee seek from the Lord? True devotee. Ededo, odedo, it's not like a demanding from the Lord. You know, it is said that when there was a wedding, marriage was going on, and small children were managed by one uncle. So they were all going around here, there. Like you also have a baby sitting there. So he was asked to become the in charge. And he was in charge of the stores also, next to room. So when the children get tired, he will open the store and take some chocolate or candies and then give it to them. And they will eat and then again they run around. One boy was not taking the candies at all from his hand. So the uncle asked, you don't like candies? I love it. Then why are you not taking it when I give you? Give me the key. He's smart. Why do you need to give? You give me the key, I will take whenever I want. In the same way, not in the same way, really speaking, Jnani is one, if Bhagavan can give me everything, why not Bhagavan make me desireless? If Bhagavan can fulfill my desires, I want only one desire, to become desireless, then I will be definitely happy. Because after all, what is it? When I have a desire, that is fulfilled, I am happy. That means in the absence of desire only I am happy. Think. Think. If I have a desire, unfulfilled is unhappiness. When the desire is fulfilled, desire goes away. And the happiness is where? In the absence of desire. That fellow understood. Give me the key. So the Jnani is saying, make me desireless. That is his demand. Ichcha purtine akamo bhava bhavishyami. I will not have desire. Oh, you one may think, Swamiji, that is impossible. Not at all. In another 2.5 hours, or even before that also, you become desireless. For next 6 hours. Yes or no? Do you want anything during the sleep other than sleeping? Huh? Think. Even that diamond necklace your husband gave you for Christmas. He didn't, but he gave. One man said to his friend, my wife, I gave her diamond ring for this Christmas. For last Christmas, actually. And she stopped talking to me for 6 months. You gave her a diamond ring and she stopped talking? Yes. Why? That is the agreement. Anyway, so even if you have the most precious thing, you decide, and finally you got it. All right, you are wearing it or putting it on. So nice. Then you remove it and put it in a box, jewelry box. Close it. Put it in the, what do you call that? Safety. Safety box. Close that, lock it. And that box you put it in a cupboard. Close it. Lock that also. Take the key and put it under your pillow and sleep. Now, when you sleep, are you still holding on to the key? Yes? You have become detached sannyasi temporarily. Temporarily you took sannyas from all desires. And what is the end result of that sannyas? Paramananda Prapti. So in the desirelessness alone is true joy, lasting joy. Not 1 hour, 2 hours, 6 hours. Only to start again, that is different thing. And you wake up, everything comes back. So the jnani is one, Atma eva me matam. Desireless self is himself, and that is me, and he knows that. So a jnani bhakta, what does he ask for from the Lord? So here you see. Ma gachatvam idastato girishabo mayyeva vasam kuru swaminadi kirada mamakamanaha Kantara simantare Vartante bahusho mrugaha Madajushaha Matsarya mohadaya Tan hatva mrugaya vinoda ruchita Labam cha samprapsyasi Ma gachatvam idastato girishabo mayyeva vasam kuru Swaminadi kirada mamakamanaha Kantara simantare Vartante bahusho mrga madajusho matsarya mohadayah Tan hatva mragaya vinodaruchita labam cha samprapsyasi ma gachatvam. Don't go here and there. He is addressing him as a girishabo. Oh, the dweller of Giri, or you are Isha of Giri. Girisha means one who is the dweller of the mountain. Giri Shayati iti Girishaha. Giri Isha means Girishaha. Girisha, two. Girisha means one who is abiding in the Giri, or one who is the Lord of the mountain. Both. One is Girisha. In the 108 names, you will say Girishaya Namaha, Girishaya Namaha. Two of them. Continue, one after another it will come. Not a printing mistake. Twice they have written, I think, something wrong. So here he says, Ma gachatvam itastataha. So you are a kirata. That's why he addressing him as, oh, hunter. Who is a hunter? Obviously he hunts. So, here the one who is Adi Kirada. You are the primeval or the oldest, the first hunter of the world. Ma gachatvam idastato girishabho. Bho means oh. Mayyeva vasam kuru. stay with me only, in me only. Swamin Adi Kirata. Oh Lord, you are the foremost hunter. Where is this dwelling place for you? Mamakamanaha. My own mind, which is Kantara Simantare. It is the most dreadful forest. Why do you need to go anywhere to hunt for anything? Vartante, there in my mind, which is the biggest. Simantara means a long, with boundaryless, huge forest is there. And what is residing in that terrible Amazon forest? Amazing forest. Vartante bahushaha mrigaha. So many wild animals are there. Madajushaha, running in rat. Running in rat. Meaning they are wild and running here, there, they cannot be controlled. Who are those? Matsarya, Moha are there. Anger, lust, passion, greed, jealousy, so many of them. Who is free of it? And each of them are so wild. Anger makes you wild, greed makes you wild, pride makes you wild, jealousy. In fact, all of them start from Kama only. Kama is the mother of all of them. And all others are offshoots of it. If you have desire, and when the desire is not fulfilled, anger. When you have more and more desire of it, it is greed. When your desire is so uncontrollable and it does not allow you to think anything else, it's called moha, delusion. And desire, when it is fulfilled, you become proud. And you have desire, somebody got it, jealousy. So, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. These are all there in my own mind. They are the most wild animals that are there. Tan hatva, killing them. Mrigaya vinoda. Mrigaya means to hunt. Vinoda, enjoy the hunting season. Ruchita labam cha samprapsis, and you get the most benefit out of it. And I become the most benefited out of this. You also get to have a fun time of hunting everything down. You will be busy. And I am also become free of all these things. So, what does a jnani will ask for? Please, remove these things from me. Make me desireless, because desire being the cause of everything. Remove the desire from my head such that all other byproducts will be gone. So, as I said, the greatest happiness is in marching towards or journeying towards desirelessness. Swamiji, desireless is also a desire, right? Some people have this peculiar way of asking. Is desirelessness also is a desire? Yes, but it self-cancels. It cancels itself. When you become desirer to become desireless, it cancels itself. It is like, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want. Thereafter, even the person who is asking for a sleep is not there anymore. In the sleep where that desire to sleep ends. And you are not there to see whether it ended or not. And in the case of sleep, you will come to know it after waking up next morning. But here, when a person who consciously engages to end the desires will come to gain that state of ananda where there is no more even a small ripple of desire arising. That is called Eka Bhaktihi. Tesham jnani nitya yuktaha Eka Bhaktihi vishishyate. And atyartam aham priyaha tasya. And saha esa api mama atyartam priyaha. He become most dear, I become most dear to him, because Atma eva sarvasya priyaha. Isn't it? One's own self is the greatest love that we have. We love ourselves more than anybody else. Nobody else we love as much as we do about ourselves. That's why it is said in Upanishads, Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Because we love ourselves, we love everything else. I cannot love someone who does not make me happy. Think, if somebody is causing misery to you all the time, you cannot truly love that. You may have a concern for that person, care for them, but love happens only on that thing or on that person or an object who makes me come closer to myself. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. So when one discovers me, his all desires become fulfilled, because the most dear one to everyone is one's own self. Once that person discovers that time, that person alone can be said to reach the highest happiness. Sakamakami, nakamakami bhavati. He does not become a desirer of desires. Aptakamaha bhavati. So, that is a demand of a bhakta, please make me desireless. And continuing, he says, idam te yuktam va parama shiva karunya jalade gato tiryagrupam padashiro darshan tava padashiro darshana diya hari brahmano to divi bhuvi charanto shramayuto kadam shambho swamin kadaya mama vedyosi purataha idam te yuktam va parama shiva karunya jalade gato tiryakrupam tava padashiro darshana diya hari brahmano to divi bhuvi charanto shramayuto katam shambho swamin kadaya mama vedyosi purataha. This is the 99th verse, one verse before the end. And the beauty of this verse is, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, how are you able to show yourself to me now? Meaning what? Shankaracharya says, now I am able to see you. You are showing yourself to me now. How is that you are able to show yourself to me? Why? Is it correct on your part to do this? Idam te yuktam va paramashiva. Oh Lord, is it appropriate for you to show yourself in front of me like this? Karunya jalade. Oh, one ocean of compassion. Why is it that he is asking that question? Because you know the story where Brahma and Vishnu, both of them attempted to see him. Right? When he appeared as a pillar of fire, they did not know what that is. They were fighting whether who is great. The story goes like that. Because in Shiva Puran, the greatness of Shiva, and in Vishnu Puran, it's the greatness of Vishnu. It's like that. So, anyway, the story is that there is a huge pillar of light, Jyoti Swarupa appeared, and then the beginning is unseen, and the end is also unseen. So then, both of them decided to find out. So Brahmaji said, I will fly up in my swan and see where the beginning is. Vishnu said, I will go as the boar digging down below and see where the end is. Okay. So it is said that many eons where they traveled. Zillions and Brazilians times. Brazilian? Yeah. So millions of years, zillions of years they traveled. And Vishnu went down in a boar, as a boar, went on digging, it's no end. At some point of time he decided, I don't think I can find this. He came back. Whereas Brahma, when he went up, and as he was going, he found that it's never possible. So at that time, one Ketaki flower was coming down, floating. He caught hold of that. Where are you coming from? From above. Above? Meaning above where the beginning of this light is? No. I've been falling down for zillions of years, but I'm not coming from the top. That means what? If you are traveling zillions of years but not from the top, that means from zillions of years also I will not find the top. Can you do one thing for me? Yes. You have to tell a lie. No, I won't tell, she said. Please, I will give you whatever you want. You just say that I picked you up at the top of this light. That's all, nothing else. And after great convincing, she said yes. With the flower, he came to where Vishnu was. Vishnu submitted, obviously very honest. I don't know. I couldn't find it. So I found it. On the top, I could go. Oh, did you find it? What's the proof? Yeah. This flower I picked up from the top. She can tell you. When she was about to open her mouth, suddenly the light disappeared. And there stood Bhagavan Shiva. How dare you, Brahma? You could ever see my beginning? I am impossible to be seen. Even from normal eyes, I gave you a permission to see me. Remember in Kenopanishad also, the same similar thought process is there, where a yaksha comes and stands in front, and when Indra was wondering what happened, who is this? So he asks Vayu to go there to see what he is, and then he goes there and says, when he is asked, who are you? Vayu, what can you do? I can blow everything. A blade of grass. Try. He tried and tried. He has a small little blade of grass. The Vayu Bhagavan could not throw it. He lost all his powers in front of him. He came back to Indra saying that, I don't know, I lost all my ability in front of him. Fire goes there, he also comes back. Then Indra himself goes there. It disappeared. And there stood Haimavati. That is story in Kenopanishad. So here also, Vishnu and Brahma could see, but could not discover the beginning or an end. And it is said that Bhagavan Shiva said, since you have attempted to see my beginning, he had a fifth head, which is looking up. Four-headed Brahma, but he had a fifth head also, that was cut off. You cannot see my beginning. You have told a lie, therefore that head is not necessary for you anymore. And also he said two things. You will not have a temple in this human world. Nobody will worship you. Except in Las Vegas there is a temple, or in Pushkar. Second, this particular flower should not be used for my puja, because she was an accomplice for you. So that the Ketaki flower is not used. This is a story. So here he mentions that, saying that Gatau Tiryagrupam. Tiryagrupam Gatau. Who? Those who, two of them, Hari Brahmano Tau. Hari, Vishnu. Brahmana means Brahman, Brahma. Tau. And what did they do? Tava padashiro darshanadiya. With their mind intent upon seeing your feet and or the head. Tava padashiro darshanadiya. Tiryak grupam gatau. Tiryak means horizontal. We are all vertical people, right? Gurudev used to say human beings are head first, heart next, and only the stomach. For the case of an animal, all are same. They engage in, not in pursuit of thinking. For them, thinking is only for emotional and sustenance. Whereas our thinking is not only for the least thinking about stomach, little more better thinking about love and emotion, and the highest thinking is about the highest point of Parama Purushartha. Therefore, we are vertical. But if most of the time you are in horizontal, you will not be able to think like animals. Kavo Pivo, yesterday also, Picasso, Pina Cana Sona. So as human being, we are, first priority is right thinking. Sthirya grupam gatau. Who? Hari Brahmanatau and Divi Bhuvi Charantau. Divi into the heavens or the head towards the high, Bhuvi towards the earth, De Charantau, going Shrama Yutau with a lot of effort. So you did not show yourself fully to them, even though they have attempted to see you. But you are showing yourself to me right here. Katam Shambho Swamin Mama Vedyosi Purataha. So at the last part, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, I am seeing you. I am seeing you. How is that possible? That you have not given your darshan to Shiva Vishnu and Brahma, but to a bhakta. That is to say, a bhakta will have vision of God than anybody else. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Krishna, what he says, I am showing you the Vishwarupa, right? He said, I am giving you the Vishwarupa to you because Bhaktosi me saka. You are the most devoted to me. You are dear to me. What cannot be seen even by the Devatas, I have shown you. Vishwarupa. So, for a devotee, obviously, Bhagavan can show what even Devatas cannot see it. That is the nature of the Lord here. And now, continuing, Ashanam Garalam Pani Kalapo Vasanam Charma Chavahanam Mahokshaha Mamadasyasi Kim Kimasti Shambho Tava Padambuja Bhakti Meva Dehi Ashanam Garalam Pani Kalapo Vasanam Charma Chavahanam Mahokshaha Mamadasyasi Kim Kimasti Shambho Tava Padambuja Bhakti Meva Dehi. You know, when you go to Bhagavan, let's say that you are going to Bhagavan Vishnu And he has Lakshmi as his consort, the goddess of wealth. Narayana is Narayana because of her presence. He was able to maintain this world because there is storehouse of prosperity available to him. In this world, you also find most busy people are the maintenance engineers. Whether it's AA field or any other field. Bhagavan Vishnu is so busy. Why so many avatars of Vishnu? Because he has to constantly maintain the place. Brahma created and went off. And Shiva will come only at the end. Only to dissolve. Then nothing has to be done. Upon the third day, done. Let's go. But Vishnu, poor thing, he has to do so much of work. So you go to Vishnu, then ask him for everything. Prosperity, money, wealth, health, this, that. That's why Bhagavan said there are 4 different kinds will come. But if you go to Bhagavan Shiva, what can he give? What he has only can give? What he has? Poison. Asanam garalam. To eat, what do you give? Bhagavan Shiva, give me something to eat. Chal. Lord, I have branded, newly packed, latest version of Visham. Take if you want. I want ornaments. Okay. One crawling thing. Okay, take this. Funny. Funny means snake. No, something little more better. Kalapa. How about the skeleton? Okay. I have no clothes to wear. Is it so? I have some skin of some tiger. Like nowadays they may like probably, because they are making even the bags and all out of this crocodile skin and all. Vasanam charma. I want latest EV. Because now I want the latest Tesla EV. I have a bull. If you would like to take it, you take it. Vahanam moksha. So what do you have? Only you can give. What does he have? To drink poison, ornaments of snakes, or even vessels, nothing but what you call skeleton or skull, kalapa. Cloth, latest model. Torn jeans. This is latest. What you have is only skin of a tiger. And what else he has? The vehicle which is bull. Those who have gone to Kailash area, not now. Nowadays a lot of ponies are there. They are puyunis, not ponies. They're so thin. When we went in 2004, the ponies were not there. They were all yaks. They're so huge. By the time you think of getting onto it, they would have gone. You just fall down right there. They don't even care whether you are there or not. And there is this, he doesn't care even by the one who is controlling, he never cares about it. Because it may go at the edge of the mountain, and if it finds by rarely there will be some bush growth there, it will just go down. Straight there. It will not wait for anybody's permission, and you are top of it. It will fall down. I have seen many of them whom I took fell down on the ground. So the bull that is there as a vehicle of Bhagavan Shiva, you will find plenty of them in that area. They are unruly and uncontrollable. They will listen to you. So, asanam garalam pani kalapa, kalapaha vasanam charmacha vahanam mahokshaha. So, kim asti shambho? What is there with you? What can you give? Mama dasyasi kim? What will you give? I know you cannot give anything material. Therefore, Tava padambuja bhakti meva dehi. Give me only devotion. That alone you can give, that alone I want. So I have become desireless. See, in the Upanishad situation where the student reaches the teacher, he has to be viragi. Otherwise, the teachers are not available. As Gurudev had said during his talks on Upanishad, he said that during today's world, Guru is in search of these disciples. Whereas during those times, to get a person to teach you, you have to go in the deep forest and you have to live in the minimum simple life, because no luxury. He himself, Gurudev himself, lived in such an austere life when he was learning from Swami Tapovanam. Uttarakashi, where he was staying, he was not staying in the ashram. There was no ashram. There was only one hut where Tapovanji was there. There's nothing else. And below is the Ganges, and there was a Kailash ashram. And he was staying in the Kailash ashram there, and then only once a day there is food in the Kali Kambrivara Kshetra, and he would explain that food that is available in that particular Kshetram also. There it's given to all the sadhus. He would say that in a plate you get 2 rotis which are little softer than MRF tires. You know MRF tires? Malabar rubber factory there in Kerala. So it is so hard. And the dal is where you have to search for the dal in the water. So he used to take this roti and go and dip in the Ganges and eat. Because this is as good as the dal is as good as the Ganges water. That's the food, only once a day, that's it. And if you see the picture of Gurudev during those times, it was so wiry, you can even count the bones. So that kind of austerity with which a student should approach a teacher. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat nastya kritakridena sabhijnanartam sa gurumeva abhigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. With only carrying sticks, dry sticks on his head, he goes to the teacher to learn the highest knowledge. And teacher also knows that this boy has already become qualified because he has come all the way to seek this knowledge. And he has to be desireless to come all the way for this knowledge. And what was he carrying? Old dried sticks, faggots. And Gurudev very jocularly will explain this. Why these dry sticks, do you know? So that in the winter, because the Guru need not go in search of these dry sticks, he can use it for hitting up the place. But also those sticks are used for teeth, for brush the teeth. So the boy goes with the sticks, thought that it will be helpful for the Guru whom I am meeting. The sticks that are thinner for use for brushing the teeth. He goes there and the Guru looks at him and smiles, no teeth at all. So you stay there in that weather which is very cold, lonely, hardly anything to sustain yourself, but the tenacity with which you should be there to learn. So such a devotee, such a seeker should have nothing else in the mind to demand. And especially Bhagavan Shiva representing the Paramatma Guru of the highest order. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya. He was the original Guru who lived in utmost simplicity. And what does he have to give to you except devotion and knowledge? Asanam garalam pani kalapaha vasanam charma cha vahanam mahoksha mama dastyasi kim asti. What is there in you to give? Bhakti re bhakti meha dehi. Give me only devotion. That is all I seek. So this is the one which he seeks. Now, next one is how one should train the mind continuously to remember the Lord. Even as the Bhagavan gives you the devotion, which is very rare for a person to directly gain from the Lord himself, unless you are absolutely qualified, that would not happen. As I said, even books you read and you gain knowledge, but devotion kahan se milega aapko? Where do you get the devotion from? Who can give it to you? By reading a book you cannot. Not by imitating another Mahatma. By not merely singing the Lord's name. The devotion comes only from a devotee. One should be in the company of the devotee of the Lord, emulating the characteristics and conduct and achara of a devotee continuously, and developing the same amount of absolute shraddha, undoubted, eka bhaktihi, that's what he said, ananya bhaktihi, avibichara bhaktihi. And that is not easy, because as Gurudev would say, we are all university educated continental idiots. Because we want logic for everything. Bhakti is no logic, as much as no emotion as logic. If I keep in front of you, as I told you, masala dosa and rava dosa, which one you like? Don't say both. You choose one or the other and you have no logical reason. What logical reason you have? Why are you wearing that coat? I like it. Why? I like it. There is no reason and logic there. Think about it. How many things that we do everyday life out of emotions? Emotion in the form of preferences, likes, dislikes, choice. Many times we think ourselves rational living being. What rationality you find? From the wearing the cloth onwards, the eating the food onwards, your everyday routine and everything, you will find majority of the choices that you make in everyday life is out of emotions. And emotion sometimes more concretized by your habits. I want early morning coffee. Why? Habit. There's no logic behind that. I get headaches, Swamiji, otherwise. Oh, so until 6-year-old, you had headache? You had no head at all. What is it, ache? So all these things we picked up on the way, right? And we cannot leave it. No, what is the rationale behind that? Nothing. So, if you really look that way, true devotion does not come under any rationality. But that does not mean the devotees are irrational. The devotees are those who fall in love with the Lord, knowing that He Himself is the one who is residing in my own heart, with the total shraddha in the scriptures and the Guru. As Bhagavan, our Gurudev has very clearly said, when you begin the journey with Shraddha, you will see the result yourself. What is faith? Believing in that which you do not see, the result of which is you see what you believe in. Even if you take the science, it begins with hypothesis, right? A possibility. Without that, they cannot proceed further. They hypothesize the possibility of something, then let us explore, is it possible at all or not? Similarly, you begin with certain amount of assumptions, proceed on that, and that assumptions are also not from on your own, it is given to you by well-read, experienced teachers who have experienced it, and then say, start here. You will find it eventually. That's why Bhagavan, when he was asked who is the better bhakta than among the two, in the beginning of the chapter 12, those who are worshipping you as formless or those who are worshipping you with the form. He says, Shraddhaya parayo petaha te me yukta tamamataha. Right? He did not answer us directly. You will never answer directly. Who are the best devotees? Those who have Shraddha. In what? In whatever. Whether it is a formful Lord or the formless one. What is important is Shraddha. So here, that developing that faith in Upanishad also, in Kaivalya Upanishad, the beginning itself he makes this point. Adi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Sada Sadvihi Sevyamanam Nigodam Yayachirat Sarva Vyapam Vyabohya Paratvaram Purusham Yadi Vidwan. This is a student questioning, asking, "Oh teacher, to Brahma, teach me that Adi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam, best of the Brahma Vidya. Sada Sadvihi Sevyamanam Nigodam," continuously followed by men of knowledge, which is hidden knowledge. Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapohya. Because of this knowledge, having given up all the sinful behavior, Parat Param Yadi Vidwan, Parat Param Purusham Yadi Vidwan, reaching the highest. Teach me this. Tasmai Sahovacha Pitamahascha. Pitamaha, Brahma, he taught him Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. Shraddha Bhakti, faith followed by devotion. That's all he did. And Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. So here one has to maintain this implicit faith in the mind, further strengthened by devotion. That is the advice a bhakta should give to his mind again and again and again and again. Even if I ask somebody, when one is in the 12th grade, what is that you're going to do after the schooling? Which course or this you are going to take? You choose one among what is available. How do you know that you will become a lawyer or liar, whatever it is, how will you become? I believe. Or you might have an uncle or somebody who has pursued that. I can be like him or her. Oh, who told you that you can be? I believe. You take the next step based upon your certain faith in yourself. Because the future is always unknown. So any decision that we take, there are two aspects to it. One is the available information. Second is a conviction about the possibility. With other absent, only the available information, if you proceed further, the information also continuously changing. But you think that today is true, tomorrow it is not. Then where do you proceed? So here, he's advising his mind, "Oh my mind, have faith. Rodastoya hridashramena padikaha Chayam taro vrushtitaha Bidasvasta griham grihastamatihi Dina prabhum dharmikam Deepam santamasa kulascha shikinam Shritavritastvam tata Chedas sarva bhayapaham brajasukam Shambho padamboruham Rodastoya hridashramena padikaschayam taro vrushtitaha Bidasvasta griham grihastamatihi Dina Prabhum Dharmikam Deepam Santamasakulascha Shikinam Sritavritastvam Tata Chedas Sarva Bhayapaham Vrajasukam Shambho Padamburuham. Beautiful examples he gives, like the one which we saw in the second verse. What is bhakti? Remember? Ankolam Nijabida Santadirayas Kanto Phalam Suchika Sadvi Naijabibum Ladakshitiruham Sindhu Saridvallabam Papnodi Hayata Tata Pashupate Padaravindatvayam Cheto Vrittirupetya Tishtati Sada Sa Bhakti Rutyuchate. This is another verse to remember. This one. E Chetaha, O my mind, Sarva Bhaya Sarva Bhayapaham, that which removes all your fears in your life, Vrajasukam, continue to engage in great joy, Shambho Pada Amboruham, at the lotus feet of the Lord. His advice to the mind. I read a book, very interesting, Fritters of the Soul. I think so, yeah. That is the name of the book. It's a very interesting book where the author talks about how much we listen to our mind. If you really look at it, morning till evening, we do everything as dictated by the mind. Get up. Who tells you in the beginning of the day? One who wakes up before you. Mind. No. You put an alarm to get up at around whatever time. Because Swamiji is there. Today, Christmas Day. Last day of the session, I have to go in the morning, at least get up at 6 o'clock. So you put the alarm previous night. Obviously, alarm at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. It's too early, I think. How much time it takes to take shower? Not shower. Shower is not necessary. So now, the mind dictates what you should do now. Every moment of your life, there is somebody telling you what to do. Quietly, secretly, only you can hear. If you are talking to someone, too boring, don't listen to him. Is it not? Every moment there is some instruction coming from inside. And so in that whole book, you should see that, you should read that book. Continuously it is dictating terms to you. Interesting thing is we cannot get rid of it also, not we can live with that also. You cannot get rid of it. At the same time, you cannot live without it. So here, that very mind must be re-educated. Gurudev always said that, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to your stupid mind. He will put very strong words sometimes. Because it is that mind which is making you miserable right now. Because it is not allowing you in the right direction. It has to be re-educated. After all, when you send your children to school for 11, 12 years, every day almost, every weekday, for so many years, what are you expecting at the end of it, of 12 years, for the child to have akal? Isn't it? Between the 2 years, something solid. If that is not developed properly, what's the point in going through 12 years of schooling then? Nothing dramatic happens in 12 years. Slowly, the growth. Very slowly, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And even Balvihar also, when we are teaching, the teaching is slowly getting into them to become mature. In spiritual maturity happens. One boy very interestingly asked his dad, "Daddy, I have a question." What? In Ramayana, Sri Rama took the advice of his father and went to forest. Father had commanded him to go to the forest. So he went, obliging to the father's need, father's demand, or father's request. All right. Yes. Therefore, son, understand. Listen to the father. I understood. Prahlad didn't. Did he? Huh? Prahlada said, what did Hiranyakashipu say? Prahlada went on saying Narayana Namah, Narayana Namah. He said, no, Hiranyakashipu Namah. Say that. No. So, my question is this. Should I listen or not listen? Should I follow Rama or Prahlad? Both are good only. No, they are not bad. Prahlada is also good. Rama is also good. So, should I listen to father's words or not? So, father looked at him, becoming intelligent. Huh? Do one thing. That was in Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, all those things happened. In Kali Yuga, just listen to your mother. That's what I do. So the mind has to be re-educated. It has to be given the new direction to think. So therefore here he says, He chetaha, O my mind, sarva baya apaham sukham. That joy which is devoid of all fears. Vraja, engage in, continue. Shambho padamboruham. So, Shambho padamboruham sukham. The greatest joy is the lotus feet of the Lord, which is Sarva Bhaya Apaham. That which is removal of all fears. Meaning, take shelter in, surrender to the Lord's feet. And he gives examples. Now you see. Rodastoya hritashramena padikaschayam taro vrishtitaha. So, let us say the river is in spate. So, and the whole place is filled with so much of water. What do you look for? Bank of the river. Not any other bank, huh? Not the blood bank or the savings bank and fixed deposit bank. You want to reach the nearest shore. When one is caught up in the middle of the flood of water, what he is looking for is a safe place. Rodaha means the bank. Toya hritaha, one who is caught up in the middle of the flood water, rodaha. How that bank of the river is the only place, a shelter for him. Next example, Shramena Patikaha, a person who is walking for a long distance in the hot sun. What does he want? Chayam taroho. Chayam. Taroho, chayam. Taru means a tree, a shade of the tree. How scorched by the sun's heat, he looks for a shade. Brishtitaha bitaha, one who is caught in the torrential rain, swastagraham, reach the home as quickly as possible. Swastagraham. One's own home is what is the greatest solace for him. Atitihi grihastam. An atitihi, a person who is having no place to have food, obviously he will look for a very compassionate householder who can provide him food. Atiti means natitihi. Yes, yeah. There is no, it's called blind date. Not blind date. One who does not, is not scheduled to go anywhere. Atitihi means does not have any schedule or no place to eat. So what does he look for? For a grihastha. Dina prabhum dharmikam. A poor person, he will look for a dharmikam prabhum. A very benevolent or a, what do you call that? No, there is a word for that. A large-hearted person who can give him some money. Philanthropic. A person who is philanthropic, who can extend some help. Santamasa kulascha deepam. Santamasa kulaha. Tamasa akulaha. Meaning completely enveloped in a dark place. What does he look for? Deepam. Look for the light. I do not know which direction to go. It's completely dark. Left, right, east, top, bottom, nothing I can see. What simple small light will give me some help. Right? Tantamasa kulascha deepam. And shita vritaha. So one who is caught up in the February Atlanta weather. Cold, right? In February you get maximum cold. What does he want? Shikinam, fire. A fireplace. Sita vritaha shikinam tata tvam. Oh Lord, you are like that. Oh Lord, you are such a solace to me. So, chetaha sarvabhayapaham vrajasukam shambho padamboruham vraja. May you resort to take shelter in the lotus feet of the Lord, just as a person who is caught up in the middle of the water looking for the bank. Just like a person walking in the hot sun looking for the shade of a tree. Just like a person who is caught in the torrential rain wanted to go home. A person who is having no food to eat looking for a grihastha. A person who is poor looking for a philanthropic person. A person who is caught up in the darkness looking for the light. A person who is caught up in the cold winter looking for fire. So too, O soul, look for the Lord. Because, He is the only shelter and one who is able to take you out of your trouble right away. That's why Bhagavan Krishna also says, Brajinam santarishyasi. Quickly you come out of it, if only you take the boat called Narayan. Bhagavan is considered as the boat and not a normal, it's not a holy boat. Meaning a boat with no holes is called a holy boat. But so one person was going in a boat, there was a hole there. Water was coming in, obviously it is sinking. What do? He made a portion of another boat, he cut it open and put it there. Now it stopped. Now this is started. All our present engagements are one you detach from to create new attachment. My children are going to college, university, I have nothing to do. Dog. Now you at least feel detached now, it's gone, over, now work is over. Human mind. We never are able to let go of things without getting attached to another lower things only. Instead of that, get attached to the Lord. Patratruka patratran patranai appatruka patru vidarku. No, so no Tamil should understand that. Get attached to the one who is detached to get rid of all the attachments. If you are attached to somebody who is already attached, you have double attachment. Your attachment and his attachment also. So only get attached to that Lord who is detached from everything, because he will never get attached to you. And he will make sure that you don't get attached to him. That is a true way of surrendering to the Lord, and he is the only one who can give solace and shelter, just like all these examples. So, educate the mind. Tata he chetah tvam sarva papa apaham sukam shambho padamborham vraja. So there are, how many verses I finished? I don't remember. Any idea? How many we finished? 16. 16. I told you, 1/4 or 1/5 or how much? 1/5 maybe.
Out of 27.
Or 27 selected. Out of I finished only 16. That is 1/5 of the original. Less than 1/5. I can't help it. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyid dukkhabhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all for your patient listening and participation. I hope this text, which is not usual, not many people will take up this text to discuss. Hope this text and going through selected verses helped you to get a glimpse of heart of Shankaracharya about devotion. Because we know how he writes his Bhashya and other compositions like Vivek Chodamani, Adrikdashya Viveka, Pajagovindam and all others, purely philosophical. But when he comes to devotion, he has totally a different approach to it and brings in a lot of pointers of philosophy as well. And that way, we have got the opportunity to dwell into the heart of Shankaracharya. So, may hopefully in next few occasions when they come, we can complete this particular text. Please remember, because next time start from beginning again, there'll be a problem. Because, I do Sundays on Tulsi Ramayana. I just started in this September, and we just finished 2 dohas. So people say, Swamiji, in this way, I don't think I'll be alive by the time you finish Ramayana. Thank you all, especially my thanks to Shivji and Sushma and Raghuji for attending all these classes as well as supporting the activities here and as well as in Atlanta. And now Jyoti Brahmacharini is there, but I think she's traveling. So engage in more and more seva to the Lord. And next time I hope you will have the kitchen wing. Hopefully, try to accomplish that also. Again, this place is meant for more people to come, participate, engage, do seva, grow spiritually. That is the whole idea. After all, the building is not for any person per se. It is for the community to use for good purpose. Right? So what we do, what is our role in the society? Spiritual education for all people. Whether children, youth, adults, everybody. That is all what Gurudev wanted us to do. And that's what he did throughout his life. And we should follow that footsteps and make the best use of the facility. Now that altar is all beautifully done. You can have quiet meditations, contemplation, puja and other things also. Thanks to the board for making this event possible. And thanks to all those people, volunteers, who have willingly engaged in conducting this event, organizing this event. Thank you all. Hari Om.